Hey, it's actually Tuesday. I almost said Monday, but it's Tuesday. We didn't have any school on Monday, so we are going to catch up. We're still doing 4 math minutes this week. The way I have it scheduled is I'll release the answers for Monday and Tuesday, or number 13 and 14 today, and then 15 on Wednesday and 16 on Thursday, so that you're doing 2 math minutes today. And then I'll kind of contrast that with only one weekly language review on Tuesday and 2 on Wednesday and then 1 on Thursday. So here we go. Math minute number 13. You're going to round each number to the nearest hundred. So in this case, the 1 is in my hundreds place, and I'm going to underline and look behind. The number behind it is a 2, which means that the 1 will remain the same. And then I'm going to make the 2 and the 4 both zeros. I'm going to just move this back a little bit so that you can see what I'm doing without my hand being in the way. 2,311. I'm going to underline the 3 and look behind the 3, and there's a 1. That means that the 3 will remain the same. The 2 also remains the same because it becomes before it. The 3 remains the same, and then the 2 1s will become zeros. And then 48. There is no one or a number at all, digit at all in the hundreds place. So this is a 0. We're going to underline and look behind. And even though we are close to 5, we are not yet there. And so technically 48 rounds down to nothing. So in that case, the answer is 0, even though it seems weird to think that it's 0. You're closer to not having anything than you are to having 100. Number 2, what letter is inside the triangle? So that's this space here. And the rectangle, so this space here, but not in the square. So I'm going to get rid of this square here, not in the square. So that letter is C. Which letter is inside of all 3 shapes? And that's the one letter that's inside the square and the triangle and the rectangle, and that is B. Okay, circle the fraction that is not in its simplest form. That means what fraction can become smaller. So 1/4, these are both prime numbers and cannot be, or not prime numbers, I'm sorry. These are both in their simplest form. They cannot be divided by any number together. Same with 2/5. 2 does not go into 5. 5 doesn't go into 2. There is no number that goes into both of them, so it is in its simplest form. 3/8. Again, 3 doesn't go into 8. 8 doesn't go into 3. There is no factor that they share among them. So this is in simplest form. And then we have 2/6. I know that this is not yet in simplest form because both of these numbers are even. Therefore, they can both be divided by 2. So technically, a simplest form here would be 2 divided by 2, which is 1, and 6 divided by 2, which is 3. So 1/3 would be the simplest form of 2/6. Number 5, according to the chart, what fraction of the total number of students in room 1 are boys? So again, I'm looking for total, and I'm specifically looking in room 1. So in room 1, the total number of students in room 1 that are boys is 12. 12 boys. However, I'm looking for a fraction of the total number of students that are boys. So there are 12 boys and 13 girls. That means there's 25 total. And 12 of them are boys, so my answer is 12/25. Now, I do want to remind you that this is a ratio. So I'm going to draw a little arrow off to the side here to tell you that this is a ratio. I am comparing the total number, or the boys in the class, to the total number of students in the class. And ratios, just like fractions, can be simplified. So this is 12 boys to 25 total students. And oh, you know what? I take that back. There is no number that goes into both 12 or 25. So this is a ratio in its simplified terms. How many boys are in rooms 1 and 2? I have 12 boys in room 1 plus 15 boys in room 2. That's a total of 27 boys. Number 7, we have order of operations. Order of operations is something we're going to get into in the next week, even though I know it's something you've done before. Order of operations would suggest that multiplication comes first. So 3 times 4 is 12. 2 times 2 is 4. And then we add 12 plus 4 is 16. So this is a true statement. Number 8, a car salesman says he will give out a prize one day of next week to anyone who test drives a car. What is the probability that he will give out this prize on Thursday? Well, Thursday is 1 out of 7 days a week. So we would say that it's 1 out of 7 chance that it will be on Thursday. And then we could divide 1 divided by 7. And that would tell me that, there is a 14% chance that he will hand out that prize on Thursday. 14% chance. Multiplying fractions. We multiply across the numerators and across the denominators. So 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times 3 is 6. So 1/2 times 1/3 is 1/6. And we will be spending time on multiplying and dividing fractions later in the school year, although I know you had a great lesson on that with Mrs. Ogden. So 1 times 1, again, is 1. Multiplying across the numerators, 3 times 4 is 12. And we have 1/3 times 1/4 is equal to 1/12. Also, just to give you a little bit of extra information, oftentimes we would say this is 1/3 times 1/4. 1/4 because there are 4 quarters in a dollar. We'd say a quarter. So 1/5 times 1/6 is going to be 1 times 1. And then 5 times 6, which is 30, 1/30th. 46 minus 16 is 30. 79 minus 16, 9 minus 6 is 3. 7 minus 1 is 6, so we have 63. And 8 minus 6 here is 2, and 8 minus 1 is 7, so 88 minus 16 is 72. Have a great Tuesday. The other video shall be posted as well. Go ahead and take a peek at that.